In the quiet town of Eldridge, nestled between rolling hills and ancient forests, there stood a quaint little shop known as Eldridge Timepieces. The shop was owned by an enigmatic clockmaker named Thaddeus Harlow. The townsfolk often whispered about Thaddeus's peculiar talent. He could fix any broken clock or watch, no matter how complex. But what no one knew was that Thaddeus's skills extended far beyond mere mechanics. Thaddeus's most prized possession was an intricate, ornate grandfather clock that stood in the center of his shop. It was said to be more than a timepiece. It was rumored to be a gateway through time. This clock, however, was not just a rumor. It was Thaddeus's own secret. He had discovered its true power many years ago and had been carefully guarding it ever since. One day, a young woman named Eliza Moreau walked into the shop. She was a historian fascinated by the stories of Eldridge's past. Eliza was particularly interested in a mysterious event that had occurred exactly a century earlier, a fire that had destroyed the old town hall and caused the disappearance of a valuable artifact. As Eliza and Thaddeus spoke, she couldn't shake the feeling that Thaddeus knew more about the event than he was letting on. Thaddeus, intrigued by Eliza's curiosity and determination, decided to show her the grandfather clock. He revealed its true nature, explaining that it was not just a timepiece but a time machine. However, he warned her of the dangers of time travel, how even the smallest change in the past could have unforeseeable consequences. Despite the warnings, Eliza was determined to use the clock to uncover the truth about the fire and the missing artifact. Thaddeus reluctantly agreed to help her, setting the clock to the date of the fire, August 15, 1924. As Eliza stepped through the clock's ornate door, she found herself in Eldridge's past, 100 years earlier. The town was vibrant and bustling, but shadows of unrest loomed. The old town hall stood proudly, and the artifact was said to be stored within its walls. Eliza's investigation led her to uncover a conspiracy that had been buried in the annals of history. She discovered that the fire had been deliberately set to cover up a theft orchestrated by powerful figures in the town, intending to seize the artifact for their own gain. The artifact was a priceless gemstone, believed to have mystical properties that could influence the course of events. As Eliza worked to expose the truth, she was pursued by the conspirators who realized her intentions. The climax of her mission took place in a dramatic confrontation at the town hall, where she had to make a choice: reveal the conspiracy and risk altering the timeline, or safeguard the past and let the injustice remain hidden. Eliza chose to reveal the truth. The exposure of the conspiracy led to a series of events that changed the course of Eldridge's history. The artifact was recovered and returned to its rightful place, and the town's history was rewritten with a more just narrative. When Eliza returned to the present day, she found that Eldridge had changed. The town had become a place of historical preservation and honor, with a new monument dedicated to the truth. The fire was no longer a dark secret but a story of resilience and justice. Thaddeus, who had been waiting for her return, smiled knowingly. He had trusted her with the power of time and was pleased with the outcome. The grandfather clock remained in its place, a silent guardian of the flow of time. Eliza left Eldridge Timepieces with a renewed sense of purpose. She had not only uncovered a piece of history, but had also witnessed the profound impact of standing up for what is right. And as for Thaddeus, he continued his work with a newfound respect for the young historian who had proven that even in the face of time's vast mysteries, courage and truth could make all the difference. Subscribe to Shortsvets.